So I think it's been a fabulous 10 years. Honestly, I think we really see that the awareness and the global political commitment is much stronger than 10 years ago. So, I mean, we have several resolutions coming out from World Health Assembly at WHO. So, meaning that 194 member states really bought into cancer with a separate cancer resolution and also with cervical cancer resolution. So that's one. The political commitment is there. I also believe that the knowledge is much more progressed. We have much better epi-data. We publish the data. People have no excuse for using the data. So that's the second one. And the third one I would mention is I can see how the partnerships, the organizations are really now flourishing in a very different way than 10 years ago. And if I should add one more, it is really the people living and affected by cancer is engaged in a very different way than we saw 10 years ago. I mean, we have definitely shortcomings. And one of them is that we have still so much out-of-pocket payment for cancer treatment. And it's actually leading to catastrophic household situations. So in many countries, and I would say especially women, they need to choose between buying food or getting treatment if they at all have access. So all that to say that the inclusion of the essential benefit packages, the treatment, the diagnostics for the diagnosis for cancer is not included into universal health coverage. And that even if we had the second high-level meeting on UHC this last week in UN General Assembly. So that's one main shortcoming, is that we don't have financial protection for cancer. I also believe that the full, let's say, range of what we need to do, from health promotion to early detection, management, palliative care, and I would add rehabilitation and disability, is not still there. So many people are now working on one or the other, but the alignment, the sort of the full comprehensive view on what has to happen is not still there. And the last thing I think is we don't use a very natural framework, namely the life course. So there are many opportunities to address cancer or the risk for cancer if we think about the life course of any person. So that's an opportunity as well, but it's also a shortcoming. But I think for me, what I see is the huge inequity, and especially for women, the, I would almost say lack of human rights, because we are not giving access to cancer and cancer treatment. But I will also say prevention. It's not only the treatment, it's the full package, as I said. I think that the cancer community, but the whole community, need to continue to raise the political awareness for cancer. And we need to use the political momentums. So we need to use the COP28, which is about the environmental crisis and the impact of air pollution on lung cancer. We need to use the gender agenda to really raise the awareness for women and cancer, all kind of cancer. And we need to use the next fourth high-level meeting on non-communicable diseases coming up in 2025. So we should use these momentums to renew the commitments from the heads of states and government and Minister of Health and other ministers. But we should also think through what is needed to be sure that we have accountability. So personally, I believe we need to simplify the metrics on how success looks like. So we can actually add some of the cancer success criteria into the UHC index, for example, which is a way to measure success. So that's about the global leadership. The second is about normative work. And I think we have heard in this meeting during the World Oncology Forum that we shouldn't offer the low and middle income countries only the old scientific measures. We should also think about innovations in a broader way. So we need to continue to develop normative work, which is based on the high-end science, but also that is based on innovation, but also, of course, to scale. So we need implementation research as well, and normative work that is very operational. And the third is that we need to scale whatever we know at country level. There is no excuse anymore. And to achieve that, we need also international funding, because so many countries need seed funding to actually start to develop their cancer systems. In the end of the day, of course, it has to be a huge domestic component of funding. So it has to go into the universal health coverage and the benefit packages. But I think this is the important global leadership, the right normative work, and scale for impact.